We can get so much more out of a man when our mouths are closed and our ears and eyes are open. It's Amber J. Lee. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's learn, pretty girls. And also, while you're here, just follow my Instagram as I also post updates. Something that I learned is that a lot of women do not know how to work their charm on men. And you work your charm by just being pleasant and quiet. A man does not need to know everything about you, and a man does not need to know everything you're thinking. Most men, not all, most men have this down to a science. Saying enough, but not too much to expose themselves and get on your nerves. And a lot of women don't have it down. Small fraction of us do. And before I get into it, let's watch this video of an example of how silence would have worked.
Marriage, you have to get us a house. You have to buy us a house.
I will have to buy it?
So I could say my husband bought me a house.
So you don't want to have no parts in helping me buy the house?
I mean, I'll be on the deed.
How does that work?
Oh, it works every day in marriages.
You been married before?
In other people's marriages I know about.
Oh.
Their husband bought them a house, a car. I mean, especially if I'm pushing out kids. Those are some good push gifts.
We can, Shaquille, let's save to work towards buying a house together. It was just a, Shaquille, no, you gonna buy me a house.
Yeah.
I'm just stuck on the buying you a house.
Us a house.
You said you. You said buy my wife a house.
Yeah. This is who I am. Keep thinking. Keep thinking. Let's think at home.
I'm going to be honest. I see nothing wrong with what she said. I see nothing wrong with what she asked for. I see everything wrong in how she went about it. My grandfather bought my grandmother's house, and my cousin, who got married in 2019, her husband surprised her with a brand new house in Virginia. Beautiful, 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 beautiful house. Nice big home. These things both women did not have to ask for. My cousin, who lives in Virginia, she's 34. They met when she was 30. I remember her saying, when I met my man, I didn't have to ask him for anything. And so I said, oh my goodness, because when I saw this video, I immediately talked to her and I called her. She knew that they wanted to move in together, but she didn't know when, where, like she didn't know any of that. And she said, so one day this house came up. And when I spoke to my grandmom about it, my grandmom said something similar. She was like, oh, your grandfather just started building this house. Like, didn't really say nothing about it. Men will do things for you if you go about it in a certain fashion. Some men will do it for you without you having to ask. But the way she went about it was completely wrong. It was just more of a, I want you to buy this house so I can have bragging rights, not because I really want to build this house and build a family. The way she's acting, it seems as if she's not in it for marriage. It seems as if she's trying to keep up with the Joneses and she's trying to have an image for social media. What she said was really how she meant. And when he gave pushback, that's when she was like, it's for us. But when she said, I want to be able to say, that's how she really felt. She really meant that. I want to be able to say my man bought me a house. That's just that. Like, I don't want to tell people I went 50-50 with my man. It's pinching back to materialistic things, and I don't really want to be in this relationship. Like, I don't really care about this marriage. If you don't buy me this house, I'm not getting married to you. It was more of that vibe that she was giving off. And then she ended off with that's just how I am, meaning I'm not changing. It is what it is. It just gives real materialistic. And the women in the comments were saying, like, sis, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. And I agree, it's not what she said, it's how she said it. She said it as if it was like, you better give me this house or we're not going to go further, or this relationship is going to be hell for me and you. And you don't threaten people. It's almost like a guy saying, you gonna get that up? Like, you gonna get it up? Or you know how that's intimidating? Like, and if I don't, then what? Like, what's gonna happen between me if I don't? It's the same thing. It's like, oh, I gotta buy this house, and if I don't, like, you don't want to threaten people to do things for you because it makes them not want to do things for you. And then she didn't apologize for it. Like, she didn't make it seem like, oh, baby, I didn't mean it like that. She just was like, this is how I am. Like, take it or leave it. And it just was like the power of silence. If she would have just said, how do you feel like, getting a house? Like, those little minor things with him be like, oh, yeah, I'm there. Pick at his brain. She went in it too hard. I don't know if this is her first marriage or her first, like, serious relationship. I know this is love at first sight or marriage at first sight. Another thing is I cringe when women tell me, oh, I told him about what happened between me and my ex. I told him what happened between. Men don't need to know about what happened between you and other men. Like, you should not ask about what happened between him and other women. Same thing. Your past with men is nobody else's business except yours and those guys. Okay? Only time you should be saying something about it is if somebody comes forward and confronts your man. But yeah, the power of silence, just being quiet and knowing what to say, how to say it, and when to say it, and without giving too much, is key and it's golden. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.